All right, hello, you guys. How's it going? Welcome back, or welcome to my channel. This is Tarot with Josh. I'm Josh, and we're gonna do another pick a card today. So I got three piles here that we can pick from. Just a quick disclaimer before we get looking at the piles. I just want to say, take what resonates, leave the rest. Don't let these readings take from you. If we get into the reading or whatever and find it's not really um, vibing with you or it doesn't really resonate, then you can always go ahead and either pick another pile, go watch another video, or go and do something else with your day. Okay. All right. Cool. So I'm kind of excited about the energy we got for today. So for pile one, we have the love card here. And this is from the Imperial Dragon Oracle deck. So these are all dragon cards. It's pile one. And then pile two, we have Destiny card here. Pretty cool stuff. Excuse me. Alrighty. And then for pile three, we have this Seeker card, or the Seeker. Cool stuff, cool stuff. So take a moment, take a deep breath, try and see which card you most resonate with. We're going to hold them all up here for you. Okay, there you go. Then you can take a moment, try and see which card you resonate the most with. And then we'll go ahead and jump right into your piles. Okay, well, hello, pile one. So if you chose this love card, this is going to be your pile. Pretty exciting energy to start off, right? This corresponds with the lovers and the major arcana here, and I would love. I'm loving just going into this little booklet and reading the commentary that they wrote down in here because it's all pretty good stuff here. So let's see what it says for the love card. All right. So we got this is the lovers. Energy is unconditional love. Word meaning is acceptance. Fun. So we got the key to long-lasting relationships is unconditional love. This means loving someone no matter what they do or say. In order to achieve this, one has to choose to practice acceptance. Lasting happiness comes only when we are able to accept all circumstances and remain in a place of trust. That's a pretty tough place to be. It can be kind of hard to, especially if you grew up without seeing that unconditional love very much. It can be pretty hard to do that. But I kind of feel called to read a little bit more. So we got meaning here. The card represents you with a or presents you with a clear choice to either follow old patterns or embrace new ways of thinking. The new path requires you to open your heart and connect with unconditional love. This means choosing to accept yourself and that everything in your past needed to happen, even if you do not know why. Life is a rich tapestry of experience, and often seemingly negative events allow us to find deeper levels of acceptance. That's pretty cool. That's exactly, I wanted to give more for that commentary there, and that was exactly it right there. So awesome. Let's go ahead and dive into our actual reading today. I already pre shuffled your deck here. So I'm just going to start pulling some cards here, see what we got. Now, I think, oh, that's too much. I think what I'm wanting to do here is kind of start off, just kind of see what we get. Just see what we get here. Ooh. Okay. Let's see. Ooh, lots of fun stuff. Ooh. Okay, anything else? We're going to start off there. This one's wanting to come out too. Interesting energy. Okay. So, what I'm getting here, I mean, we got lots of cool stuff. So, I mean, first of all, we pulled the King of Wands here, got Ten of Cups, we got the King of Cups, we got the Devil, we got Page of Pentacles, And then the Emperor in reverse came up, but I'm not sure. We'll see how we get on that. Let's see. So starting off over here with the King of Wands, I mean, you got two kings here and the Ten of Cups, and yeah, there's a lot of really great energy here. And even the Devil, like the Devil, it's not necessarily literally the devil. It usually talks about transformation and letting go of the old cycles and stuff. I mean, like what we were literally talking about with this card is kind of letting go of that old way of being to embrace the new way of being, which is pretty cool. Um, yeah, and we got and with all this like other beautiful energy coming through, it's super awesome. I'm feeling called to read what it says for the King of Wands here in our little booklet. So let's see what we got. Influence, respect, leader, and maturity. So that's very good stuff. Oops. That's my laundry timer. So, if you need to go change your laundry, go ahead and do so. I'm going to go ahead and do so after we do this reading here. But yeah, so, and I'm loving, we also got this there's a little like lizard on that, which I think is pretty cool. You have a good little lizard with your friend. Yeah, I mean, yeah, this is a card of like leadership and stuff, which is pretty cool. It seems like, I mean, maybe you're kind of being a bit more of a leader in your life. You're taking charge. You're not no longer being kind of passive and whatever. Maybe you've been in a bit of a passive energy, but now it seems like you're you're ready to let go of those old ways of being and really embrace this yourself unconditionally and embrace this new way of being and whatever this new energy really is for you. Um, and yeah, maturity here too, kind of like hitting that point of like maturing a little bit and like realizing like, I mean, you can't just sit around and expect all the things that you want to just show up. You kind of have to go out and co-create with the universe a little bit, kind of create the things that you want to see in the world. And then with the King of Cups energy and the Ten of Cups we got here, I want to take a look at that too. Um, yeah, I mean, the King of Cups is coming through saying power, influence, strength, and abundance. And I mean, yeah, I mean, because Cups is all about your emotions, right? So it's like you're really finally like mastering your emotions in a way that like you can really go out and um, feel confident enough that you can handle whatever life's going to throw at you, despite whatever it is you're going out and chasing. So that's pretty cool. That's really cool. Um, and I mean, yeah, it's a card of abundance. It's really great. I mean, like this really feels like you claiming your abundance and really going out there and going for it. Um, yeah, beautiful energy, beautiful stuff. Let's see. I want to read the Ten of Cups here too, because yeah, that's exciting. Oh wait, that was King of Pentacles. I mean, yeah, I think that still applies is that power, influence, and abundance. Maybe that's another card that wants to come out here, but it didn't quite come out. Um, so let's see. Ten of Cups does say abundance, satisfaction, fulfillment, and happiness. So I mean, right there we go. Wasn't quite wrong. So yeah, of course not. I mean, everything works out perfectly, right? Um, so yeah, we got satisfaction, fulfillment, happiness. It's like I mean, there you go. That's exactly the energy the universe wants you to be in. Is that like ready to like go and claim all the things that you could possibly want in this world. And then the King of Cups says balance, generosity, strength, and restraint, not restraint. But yeah, that's super cool energy. Yeah, sounds like you're really, learning how to balance your own energy in a way where you can not only be given to yourself, but now that you're giving to yourself in such a way, you're overflowing and you're able to be generous with your energy and you're able to actually give to other people from a place that's not sacrificing yourself within or your own energy and stuff, which is a really, really cool place to be. I'm loving this. I'm loving everything that I'm seeing here. Let's see what we see with the devil here. Um, so let's see. The devil shows you that the problems that constrain you are an illusion. The binding is of your own. It is time to ask yourself, what is it that holds you back, and are you truly helpless to change the situation? And that's exactly what I'm talking about here. It's like you're finally seeing through this illusion of like you being stuck in this place because you're not stuck in this place. Everything that you want is right there, ready for you. You just gotta actually go and do it, you know. And it sounds like you're stepping into this energy where you are finally ready to like go and do it and go and chase the things that you truly want in this world. And I mean, it's not like all this is going to happen overnight or anything like that, but even just pushing the ball in that direction start it's going to start to build momentum and do some wonderful things for you. I mean, you don't really know how quickly things are going to happen either. And I don't know, I just think that committing to moving in that direction is exactly where you need to be, and ultimately you are exactly where you need to be right now, which is a really beautiful place. Let's see what this page of pentacles has for us. So page of pentacles talks about opportunity, discovery, manifestation, and mastery. Yeah, I mean, like, maybe you're seeing a bit more opportunity in your day-to-day life here. You're discovering some wonderful stuff. You're finally like you're getting it, you're getting that manifestation. You're really starting to master this process here of like letting go of the outcome, and more so just following the energy. It's like, hey, I want to move in this direction, so I'm going to go and do this thing. I'm going to work out a little bit today. I'm going to go for a walk. I'm going to go um, do this one thing. I feel called to go over here and do this. I'm going to go over here and do this. And you're kind of like finding that flow state with the universe here and starting to really like co-create here, which is this is such a beautiful energy to be in. This is so cool. So cool. So let's see. Now I am very curious on what this Emperor card has for us. So I feel like this Emperor card showing up in the reverse is really showing up to maybe give us a bit of a reminder how like stepping into this beautiful energy is awesome. And I think one thing for us just to keep our eyes out for as we continue down this path of following all of our dreams, basically, is just to watch out for where we're being a little rigid or feeling powerless, or where we're maybe avoiding ourselves a little bit. It feels like we're really moving through this energy here. I think there's still maybe a call to not get caught up in this process of keeping our eyes on it, just to keep that awareness in the back of our mind, as we go, and like remember that like we're not going to be perfect every single day. We're not going to be able to do all, things aren't going to always go the way that we see them in our mind, and the way that we see it in our mind can really make us rigid in the way that we need to go or whatever. And I think this is just kind of calling us to remember that, remember that we can take a step back, and remember that we can just start following the flow. And ultimately, everything's going to work out, right? Especially if we're like showing up every day, rolling that ball forward just a little bit more, really building that momentum for ourselves. And I mean, ultimately we got everything coming in for us right then and there. That's really awesome. I really love that. um Beautiful stuff. Let's see what the bottom of the deck kind of has for us here. We got Queen of Swords in the reverse here. um For the reverse, it says cruel, distant, ambitious, and emotional. Maybe you're a little scared, or maybe you've been a little scared that through this stepping into this energy and stuff is going to make you a little cruel or distant or emotional. in ways that you can't necessarily control. But I feel like you've done a lot of work to get to this point, and I feel like that worry that's coming up there, that idea of like, "Ah, man, am I even enough for all this? Can I even handle all this?" I think that that's just an illusion here, and, like, need to remember that it's probably just an illusion that, we're looking at, and that, um, we if we trust in God, and that God will show us and guide us and help us, see through those illusions and stuff, and make sure that we stay humble, and, um, I think you'll find that, like, that's everything that you need right there. And if you're really, really worried about that, then pray on it. Ask for God. Ask God for guidance. I think that's going to be a really helpful thing um, for all of us. Yeah. Okay. Cool. 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 Or whatever you believe in. I'm not. I don't want to be like, oh, you have to believe in God, 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 God. You know what I mean? I don't. I don't. I know that there's a lot of structure around that can be really difficult for some people, especially right now. And I don't mean that. I mean whatever it is you believe in, the universe, God, whatever. Um, yeah, whatever beings of unconditional love and light that you can feel, whatever reminds you of that unconditional love that's out there in the universe, that's right here for you. So yeah, I think just trust in that. Trust that the universe has got you. you know? All right. Cool. Well, beautiful energy, beautiful reading. I think that's all I got for you here. Thank you so much for stopping by, listening, and if you enjoyed, if you got something out of this, you can go ahead and leave a like down below. And if you want to share any experience that you got that kind of like, or maybe it sounds like a really exciting time. So if you want to share anything about that, then you can feel free to go ahead. But I understand if you don't want to. Sometimes it's nice not to share and keep things to ourselves a little bit. So yeah, it's very, very exciting. I'm very excited for you. And yeah, I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day or night whenever you're seeing this. And yeah, thank you so much. Bye. All right. Hello, pile two. If you chose this destiny card here, then this is your pile. Pretty exciting. I mean, destiny. Come on, that's awesome. Let's take a moment. I love the little commentary that's in this little booklet here. So we're gonna look at what it says for the destiny card here, which is number 10, and I believe it is the Wheel of Fortune. I was hearing Wheel of Fortune for it, but yeah. So this correlates with the Wheel of Fortune in the major arcana. And I mean, this is just such a cool card. I just love the color there, the green and the red and everything. Oh, it's just so good. Okay, now what does the commentary say? So first of all, I mean, the energy for the Wheel of Fortune for this card says the power of change. Keyword meaning is movement. So the commentary says, we are powerless to change the cosmic forces that turn the wheel of life. However, we can be greatly empowered to change ourselves. To walk a path of destiny is to be in harmony with the cosmic forces of creation. Destiny is all about being in the right place at the right time and experiencing the right energies. This can only be realized if one is receptive to the cosmic forces of change. Which is very cool, very cool. I mean, yeah, beautiful stuff, beautiful stuff. I want to read what this meaning says real quick here. When confronted by radical change, it is best to stand in the eye of the storm with peace in your heart so as to be at one with the forces of destiny. Expect the unexpected and be willing to look at things from from more than one perspective. Goodness. Although it might seem that you are revisiting old energies, you are experiencing them in a new light, which brings many opportunities for personal growth and spiritual development. Your destiny awaits you, so seize the moment. Beautiful stuff. That is just awesome energy to step into here. So we're gonna go ahead and pull some cards here and see what comes up for us. That one flew right out. So let's go ahead and grab that guy. What do we got here? Three of Wands, which, I mean, that feels like that's a very fitting card to come out for us. So let's see what else we got here. Anything else wants to come out? Yep, okay. Ooh, we got the Ace of Cups and the Page of Cups here. Lots of Cups energy today. What are you? The Hanged Man. Very nice. And no, I don't feel like that. We're gonna see if any more wants to come out here. Oh, that's a lot. Okay. 2 cups, artist, 6 of cups, emperor in the upright. What fell on the ground here? The strength card. Okay. Wow, we got a lot here today. And I mean, we're talking about destiny, so it gonna be a lot. Right? Okay. Very cool. Very cool. So, oh, this is gonna be a bit, so settle in, you guys. First of all, we'll start off with the Three of Wands here. I mean, just looking at this card, like, this looks like somebody who's ready to set out on that journey, who's really just taking a look at what's in front of them, the destiny that's laying out in front of them, and really just, like, taking it all in, which is maybe the kind of energy that you're in right now. I mean, especially if you are feeling like you're sitting, like, right there, like, in your destiny, then maybe you're just kind of taking it all in right now. And we also got the Ace of Cups here. Very nice. Kind of feeling called to, first of all, look at what this Three of Wands says in our little booklet here. It says strategy, planning, strength, travel. So yeah, maybe you're taking in, you know, maybe you're really finally starting to see, like, where your destiny lies right now, and so you're kind of strategizing, planning, and, like, seeing where it is you need to go. And, like, I think maybe don't get too caught up in that, of course, but you're starting to see the path laying out in front of you, which is a really cool energy to be in. And let's see. We also got the Ace of Cups here, which says compassion, purity, creativity, and beginnings. I mean, yeah, of course, that's super fitting. Like, sounds like, I mean, sounds like a whole new beginning for yourself. And maybe it's more of a internal kind of new beginning. Like you're really starting to feel like internally you're aligning yourself with your destiny. You're really starting to harmonize with the universe in that way. And I mean, that's such a beautiful, beautiful place to be in, and yeah, there's a lot of beautiful energy there with that compassion and that creativity and that brand new beginning. That's exciting. That's so cool. And then the Page of Cups here talks about confidence, happiness, contentment, and insight. Yeah, I mean, like, what more do I have to say on that? Let's take a look real quick at this card. I mean, she's like so, okay, this is pretty cool, actually. So if we look at the Three of Wands here, this guy's standing up on the cliff edge, looking out at this beautiful scenery. And then the Page of Cups is this lady standing on what looks like a pretty similar cliff edge, holding out that cup and just like, here you go, let's go, universe. Kind of feels like a really, really cool dual places, like they're in the same place, kind of like looking at it, strategizing, planning, and being like, all right, let's do this shit. Super awesome, super awesome. All right, and then we also got the Hanged Man here. I always forget that the Hanged Man talks about. So let's take a look. Do. I'm feeling called to read the actual blurb for this one. So let's see. The Hanged Man is an indication that it is time to end old ways and release the restrictions that are holding you back in life. It is a time for inaction and reflection in order for new opportunities to manifest. You must be willing to sacrifice something to gain something new. So the upright is sacrifice, release, new perspective, and surrender. So yeah, maybe I mean, yeah, maybe this is a time of like there's a lot of exciting energy here, and I think that we're being asked to take a look at the old ways that we were acting and re- releasing what's no longer serving us and what's not going to be able to go with us on this brand new journey that we're starting. It's pretty cool stuff. I think the Hanged Man's a good reminder of that, of like not everything right that you've had is going to be able to go with you on this journey. Let's see. We also got the Two of Cups here. And Two of Cups says, I mean, Two of Cups normally is talking about like, um, I mean, a lot of times people will talk about partnership and stuff with the Two of Cups here. But we got two different colored cups. So it's like, I don't know, it's interesting with this line in the middle. So it seems pretty cool. What does it say for us? It says health, partnership, harmony, and attraction. So yeah, I mean, um, I think there's kind of a partnership with the universe here that's going on with the universe or with God or whatever you believe in. I think there's a real partnership starting to form, or not starting to form. It seems like it probably has been forming, but really solidifying here with like yourself and the universe. That's pretty awesome. Um, and yeah, sounds like this journey is like going to be super great for you. I mean, I just this is just such good positive vibes. I love this so much. We also got the artist here. This guy came out in reverse though, so let's take a look. This is a new card that's specific to this deck. So definitely don't really remember what it means, but yeah. Let's see. Unstable, judgmental, restless, and greedy. So yeah, I mean, maybe in the past you've been felt pretty unstable or judgmental, maybe restless. I think those are kind of energies too that are going to be kind of some of those energies that we're leaving behind in the past. That are not going to be coming with us. Why what does judgment have how does judgment serve us on this journey? It really doesn't. It's something that we need to leave behind. That can be kind of difficult, of course, but I think just remembering that and it alone is going to be a big step in the positive direction there. And I think we're leaving behind any unstable energy as well. We're starting to really step in this really like strong, stable place within our destiny. I mean, especially with coming into harmony with the universe and everything going on, what's really meant for us. I think there's a lot of stability here coming in for us, and this is something that's going into the past or being left behind. Really cool stuff. Really cool stuff. So then we also have the Six of Cups in reverse here. See what it says here for us. Okay. So, yeah, this is, I mean, I think more stuff that we're leaving behind in the past, right? And I think that, like, probably thinking, like, oh, what is it that we're leaving behind in the past? So here you go. We got scarcity, naivete, abuse, and disappointment. So I think, like, probably quite a bit in the past, especially like if you're just like really starting to come into this place of like seeing what your destiny is and coming into harmony with that. You're leaving behind any sort of energy of scarcity or that naivety of like not knowing what's going on, where you're going, whatever. You know where you're going now. You know what you're doing. You can see the next step at the very least. And once you step down that next step, you'll see the next step. And you'll be able to step down there. And you'll see the next step, and the next step, and the next step, and the next step. And just keep going on that. You don't need to know what you're doing 5, 10 steps down the line. You just need to know what you need to do next and follow that. And I think you're really seeing that now, and being able to do that, and maybe leaving behind any any feelings of disappointment for maybe the time that it's taken for certain things to come in. I think you're really starting to come into understanding with what divine timing is. Because ultimately you need to be in the right energy for the things that you want to truly come in for you, right? So I think we're seeing that happening now, which is really cool. Yeah, and then we got the Emperor and the Strength card, and I'm feeling called to talk about these two in conjunction with each other. I think that um, as we step more and more into this energy of being in harmony with our destiny, we're gonna really feel that Emperor energy of like really mastering our world, mastering our reality, mastering what's in our energy, what's in our lives right now, and we'll really get to see the sheer amount of strength that we do have um, within ourselves to follow and chase our dreams. Um, Strength says reminds us that true power comes from within. Through patience, gentleness, and compassion, one can overcome obstacles without resorting to physical aggression. The woman and the lion signify that we need to tame the beast within ourselves and find balance. Very beautiful. Very beautiful. It talks about inner calm, courage, control, and patience. So I think that's a big lesson that we've either been learning and are really implementing now and integrating into our life, or that we're going to really start learning and understanding as we continue to move into this energy. Really cool. Really cool. And then the Emperor uh, is a masculine energy, the father. He is able to calm chaos and offer authoritarian guidance. He exudes the traits of a leader, protector, and provider, but can be ruthless if disagreed with. I think there's going to be that a little bit of that ruthless energy in this, and I mean, you're not going to be, as you step down this stuff, you don't want anything to come in and bring you back to those old energies. You're not going to be entertaining any of that stuff that really brought any of that stuff that we're leaving behind in the past. We're not entertaining that stuff anymore. No, we're moving forward. We're staying focused and sharp on our thing. And what did we have at the bottom here? No. Just thinking of the Queen of Swords card, but like being very focused and on what our destiny is. And then in the upper right, it says power, structure, patriarchal energy, domination, and success. And I think that there's yes, a lot of like great domination and success and whatever masculine energy here, but I think there's also a bit of a call for that balance of bringing that feminine energy as well to show us how we can truly master this energy. I mean, I think that's what we'll really see. Maybe there was maybe a little bit of an imbalance there anyway. Maybe your masculine energy is going to be coming out a little bit more, and some people may not be happy to hear that or see that. But honestly, screw that. We're stepping into a pretty cool energy here. We're stepping into our destiny, and I think obviously you don't want to go around just being mean to people. When I don't know that you're the kind of person who would do that. Um, I think that it's not so needed to be said, but I'm going to say it anyway. Of remembering that we will stay humble. I think that part of what's kept us held back in the past is this energy of like, oh well, I don't want to be perceived in a certain way. I don't want people to take me to think that I'm this super crappy person or whatever. And I think that as you step more and more into this energy, you're going to realize that other people's opinions don't matter. What matters is you know your story, you know what you've been through, and you know that you deserve this stuff. You deserve to step into your destiny. And I think that masculine energy is going to come through to help you protect that. And That's incredible, and I know that you'll keep the things in balance that you need to keep in balance. So I don't think there's anything to be worried about here. Stepping into the future. Yeah, I mean, beautiful stuff, incredible energy. I absolutely love this for you, and yeah, I hope you enjoy as you step more into your destiny here. I love that. Um, yeah, cool. So, if you enjoyed it, you can go ahead, leave a like down below. If you want to share what's going on with you, you can down in the comments. I'd absolutely love to hear from you. You don't have to, of course, understand wanting to keep some stuff to yourself, you know. And yeah, I hope you're enjoying. I hope you're having a great day or night whenever you're watching this. As you can see, it's starting to get kind of nighttime here. But yeah, and yeah, thank you so much. And oh, and if you want to follow along on the journey anymore, or want to see when I upload a new video, you can go ahead and leave a subscribe, put that notification bell, all that fun stuff. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. Bye. All right, hello, hello, pile three. If you chose the seeker card here, then this is your gonna be your pile. You're reading today. Pretty cool stuff. Um, First of all, let's start off by reading what the commentary in this little booklet has to say. Now, the Seeker card is corresponds with the Fool card in the Major Arcana. Um, so, Fool energy starting off here, pretty cool, pretty cool. But let's see what we got to say. So energy is birth, and keyword meaning it's limitless possibilities. Pretty cool stuff. Seems like there's a lot of really cool energy in the air today, which is really really exciting. So the seeker holds the energy of new beginnings. He walks with trust and innocence, unaware of worldly limitations. Everything is possible. The only limits are those created by the mind. If you can imagine it, it can become real. Many might say that only a fool would seek out a dragon, but the fool is without fear. If we choose to align our current energy to this magnificent being, it will take us on a wonderful adventure. That's pretty cool stuff right there. I love that. Let's read the meaning here too. You have the opportunity to unlock the limitless potential that you hold within your being. Let go of the past and embrace the realm of self expression. Let no thought limit you. Don't believe others when they tell you that you are dreaming of what you are dreaming of is impossible. You create your own reality and you choose, either consciously or subconsciously, what you experience in life. That's pretty cool stuff. Really fun energy. I love that. Love that. So we're gonna pull some cards here, see what comes through. Just whatever wants to come through. We got some stuff flying out already. Ooh, we got 10 of cups here. We got the ace of swords as well. We got the three of swords coming out in the reverse. And we got the nine of swords coming out. Interesting. Ooh. And got seven of pentacles here. And ooh. Ha! No way. I also sure, yeah, we're gonna take all three of these. Very fascinating. Ah, come on now. So I laughed because at the very bottom of the deck, what flipped over at the bottom of the deck was the Fool, which is so cool. We got the Fool coming out twice, basically, which is awesome. But we got 10 of Cups, Ace of Swords, 3 of Swords in reverse, 9 of Swords here, a 7 of Pentacles, 4 of Swords in reverse, the Devil, Queen of Swords, and the Fool. So start off with talking about our 10 of Cups here. This is completion energy. Very exciting stuff. Talking about like really accepting that we create our own reality here. As we step into this energy, of course, we're gonna be able to we're gonna be seeing that completion. Sounds like while we are starting on this new journey and giving birth to something new, we're also seeing a lot of completion going on at the same time. I mean, as one thing ends, another thing begins, kind of energy going on here. Um, Ten of Cups in the upright speaks about abundance, satisfaction, fulfillment, and happiness. I mean, yeah, it sounds like this is really what we're stepping into here, which is really exciting. We also got the Ace of Swords here. Let's take a look at what that has to say for us. Talking about focus, clarity, victory, and inspiration. So, sounds like you're really getting focused. I think, honestly, if you feel called to any of the other readings as well, I think you'll find there's a lot of. I think this collective here is very much in a very similar energy across the board here, because I mean this is talking about like that focus, that clarity, the inspiration, victory. Like we made it, we've done it. We're really giving birth to something new here, and we're taking that bold step into the future. And I think that's a very exciting energy to be in. Very cool stuff. And especially the last reading, the pile two here, we're talking a lot about destiny. It was the destiny card, of course. It's talking about like really stepping into that, and I think that's kind of what we're seeing here. It sounds like this new journey that we're stepping into is probably in line with our destiny here, which is pretty cool. And of course, we got the Three of Swords in reverse, which Three of Swords upright normally talks about some heartbreak, whatever. But if it's in reverse, we're talking about competition, disharmony, inference, and stagnation. Oh, wait, no, that's Pentacles. Hold on. Wait. Hold, please. I thought we were on swords. Where's the swords? Where's the swords? There it is. Okay. So the reverse, talking about forgiveness, recovery, clarity, and introspection. So it seems like we're really feeling a lot of forgiveness in our life right now. Or maybe we've been working with a lot of forgiveness, kind of trying to let go of any jealous energy, any competition. Maybe I think there's a reason that we flipped over to we were in those pentacles energy there for a moment of talking about competition. I think we're really letting that go, and we're truly recovering now. You know, we're finding that clarity and introspection that we really need. Very cool, very cool. And then we're talking about the Nine of Swords here. And the Nine of Swords talks about depression, crisis, fear, and anxiety. It sounds like this is probably an energy of the past that we're starting to step out of. I think like maybe we've been in a bit of that energy of fear, anxiety, crisis. I think maybe there is a bit of fear with the future. I mean, especially since we're starting on this new journey or whatever. But I think it's important to remember that while these feelings will still show up in the future, we have learned how to manage those things in a much better way. And we are learning how to manage those things better as well. And if you need some help in learning how to manage that stuff, I highly recommend you check out some therapy, some online resources. There's plenty of resources all over the place. Obviously, I'm not going to be able to go ahead and give you all that right here, right now. Maybe sometime in the future, I'll have something for you. I don't know. If you're seeing this in the future, maybe I will have something up on my channel. I don't know what I'm going to do in the future. Who knows? We'll see. But yeah, very cool stuff. Very cool stuff. We got Seven of Pentacles here as well. And the Seven of Pentacles talks about profit, reward, investment, and growth. And yeah, it sounds like we've really been investing in ourselves a lot throughout the recent past here, or at least more recent past. Probably just a lot over the last few years, and we're really starting to see that harvest finally come through for us. You know, those investments start to pay out, either in an internal way or maybe even in a physical way. And maybe as we continue down this journey, we'll see things show up more in the physical. I think, you know, it's important to remember that it takes time for things in the physical to show up. But you know, that's okay. As long as if we're feeling good inside, then it's just a matter of time for the things on the outside to come in, right? So yeah, that's pretty exciting. And then we got the Four of Swords in reverse here as well. which is talking about resentment, stagnation, exhaustion, and frustration. This again feels like a kind of an energy of the past, maybe something that we're trying to let go of or working through or finally starting to let go of. Um, or maybe this is also something that will continue to show up as we go down this path. I think it's important to remember that like these are energies that will continue to come up. It's not like all of a sudden we've worked through it and now it's going to be over. Woo woo woo! We're never going to see it again. No, that's not how life works. Uh, Ultimately, these things are going to come up again, and I think it's important to remember that now we're learning how to work with that energy and how to move through that with a lot more grace and a lot more compassion for ourselves and in a beautiful and elegant way. And I think even if you don't know how to work through that right now, I think that this is coming through to tell you that you don't need to worry about how to work through that energy for the future. Ultimately, you will have what you need when you need it, and you will be able to work through it as you get there. I think the universe is really coming through to remind you that everything you need is within yourself, and you will always have everything that you need when you need it. So it doesn't matter if that stuff does come up in the future, you will know how to work through it. Yeah, because the universe is always conspiring in our favor and always conspiring to is always making sure that we'll have everything that we need in the moments that we need them. Awesome. And then we got the devil energy here, which is talking about transformation. It sounds like there's probably a requirement for a decent transformation here as you step into this full journey. I mean, it's a brand new journey. Of course, a new journey is going to require us to change in some ways, and that change can be kind of scary at times to think about for sure, especially like as our ego is attached to the ways of being that we have been. Um, I think it's important to remember that change is the only constant in the world, and the more that you can detach and surrender to this journey, the smoother this journey is going to go for you. So yeah, the death says change, endings, beginnings, transition. Yeah, I mean it's like a big ending coming into a big beginning here for you, which is really beautiful stuff. Really awesome. It says, oh wait, no, this is the death. There's the devil. Got addiction, obsession, control, and materialism. I think those are things that like we're we're letting go of. We are transforming through. We are like, I mean, maybe there's a bit of fear that like we will go and step into these sort of energies as we continue down this journey. But I think we got to understand like we can work through that shit, you know. Says the devil shows you that the problems and that constrain you are an illusion. The bindings the binding is of your own. It is time to ask yourself what is it that holds you back, and are you truly helpless to change the situation? Especially if you're dealing with any sort of addiction or obsessive energy, or if you're trying to control things or feeling really connected to the material world in certain ways. I think that the devil energy is coming through to remind us that we get to choose our reality for us. A lot of these constraints are just something in the mind, and we really have to take a look and start to master our own mind in order to work through this energy. Very cool stuff. Very awesome. And then we got the Queen of Swords, which I think is going to be very prevalent to this mastering of this mental energy, because the Swords is all about mental energy. And the Queen of Swords in the upright, which is where it's at, talks about confidence, assurance, organized, and intellectual. It's a very focused energy. It sounds like the more you can focus your mind on the path in front of you, the more ease you're going to find along this path. And the more you can really control that mental energy of like where you're going, what you're doing, the better you're going to feel as we do move on this. So, to end off here, we have the Fool once again. Starting off with the Fool, ending off with the Fool. Let's read what it says in here for the Fool, since we already read what the Dragon Oracle said for the Fool here. Don't know why I'm looking near the back of where all the major arcana is. It's the Fool. It's the beginning. Wow, it's really gotten dark here. Cool. So we got the Fool is the spirit of innocence in all of us as we begin our journey. This card may be at the beginning, birth, or end transformation of our path, beginning and end, maybe as well. Um, each position marks the start of new beginnings where we are free to be creative, have boundless faith, and freely embrace opportunities. I think that's beautiful. I like how cool is it that it literally came out at the beginning and the end here. I did not plan this. I promise. I did not plan this. Um, this just came out purely naturally. I think this is really looking cool that this came through like this. So in the upright, it talks about potential, new beginnings, opportunity, adventure. I think this is a great place to end that reading off. I think there's lots of really cool stuff going on here. Once again, if you feel called to look at any of the other piles, I highly recommend it. This whole video's got real cool energy in it. So I think there's something in every pile for everyone, to be honest here. Lots of really cool stuff. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed, you can go ahead and leave a like down below. Drop a comment, talk about whatever you want to talk about, really, as long as it's positive. I don't want this to be a negative space, you know? So, yeah. Awesome. And if you want to follow along the journey, you can leave a subscribe. And yeah, if you, I know sometimes the hype thing shows up. I don't know if that shows up here for you. You can go ahead and leave a hype. I don't know. Yeah, or you can just send some good energy my way or whatever. I don't really care that much. You're awesome. You're amazing. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful day, rest of your day or night, whatever time it is for you. And you're great. I've been like talking. Anyway, I think it's time for me to end this. Thank you so much, and have a good night. Bye.